Smart people can be shockingly stupid, and the smarter they are, the dumber it looks. That's not an insult, it's a fact you've probably seen 100 times. Take Einstein. The man who explained the universe once forgot his own home address and had to ask his wife where they lived. Imagine being a genius, but still needing directions to your own house. That's not brilliance. That's stupidity with an IQ of 160. But it's not just geniuses. You see it everywhere. Think about that friend who can solve insane math problems, but somehow texts the wrong person, like sending their boss a message meant for the group chat. Trash-talking their boss. That's not oops. That's stupidity in 4K. And here's one we've all done. You walk up to a door that says pull, but you push. Not once, not twice, over and over, like you're wrestling the universe. People are watching, your IQ is leaking out your ears, but you keep shoving anyway. That's stupidity in its purest form. Here's the twist. Stupidity doesn't disappear when you're smart. It scales up. The more intelligent someone is, the bigger, funnier, and more spectacularly stupid their mistakes look. Because at the end of the day, stupidity isn't rare. It's universal. Everyone's got that "I can't believe I just did that" moment. The only difference is, when smart people mess up, the stupidity is impossible to ignore. The stupidest moments in life aren't rare. They're hiding in plain sight every single day. And the best part? They happen to the smartest people. Think about it. You stride into a room like you own the place. And then just freeze. Why are you here? What did you need? Suddenly, you're pacing like Sherlock Holmes. Until it hits you. You came for your charger. Genius 1 minute, stupid detective the next. Or this one. Someone trusted to handle millions in corporate budgets. Can't handle the simple act of pumping gas. They drive off with the nozzle still attached, turning their car into a mobile gas station. That's not a mistake. That's stupidity parading in public. But here's a classic. You spend an hour writing the perfect email. Polish it, reread it, hit send, and then realize you spelled your own name wrong in the signature. That's not a typo. That's stupidity slapping you in the face. And the ultimate crowd favorite, standing at your front door, pressing your car remote over and over, wondering why your house won't unlock. Yeah, you're not James Bond. You're just stupid for 30 glorious seconds. Here's the twist. Stupidity thrives in confidence. The more certain you are that you've got everything under control, the harder stupidity sneaks in to smack you down. That's why smart people look extra ridiculous when they mess up. Their mistakes come wrapped in irony. So next time you're in the kitchen holding a TV remote instead of the spoon you went for, don't panic. You're not alone. You've simply joined the lifetime club of smart people doing stupid things. And trust me, the club is always accepting new members. The smartest people aren't brought down by forgetting. They're brought down by overthinking. And nothing looks more stupid. Take exams. You've seen it. The top student knows the answer, writes it down, then erases it at the last second. But what if it's B instead of C? They studied for weeks, knew it cold. Then stupidity swoops in and whispers them straight into failure. Genius downgraded to clown. Or cooking. Some people can explain nutrition like a professor, but can't make toast without setting off the fire alarm. They stand there, analyzing heat transfer, while the bread turns into charcoal. That's not gourmet cooking. That's stupidity, served with extra smoke. And online shopping? Classic. You compare brands, read 200 reviews, watch unboxing videos until 3 a.m., then finally order the wrong size shoes. That's not being careful. That's stupidity, disguised as research. But here's the all-time favorite. Leaving home, double-checking if you turned off the stove, then panicking halfway to work and rushing back, only to find you actually left it on. That's not caution. That's stupidity, winning a gold medal. Here's the twist. Stupidity wears the mask of intelligence. Overthinking feels smart, but the outcome is often laughably dumb. The brain convinces you you're being logical, right before it leads you into disaster. So the next time you spend 15 minutes staring at a menu only to order the same burger you always get, remember this. Intelligence may fuel your brain, but stupidity fuels your choices. And the smarter you are, the fancier and funnier your stupidity tends to look. Here's the next uncomfortable truth. Stupidity doesn't just strike when you're thinking too much. It strikes when you're too confident. And that's when it gets hilarious. Ever seen someone walk into a glass door because they were so sure it was open? They strut forward, head held high, and bam! Now they're face to face with their own reflection, pretending it didn't just happen. That's not confidence. That's stupidity leaving a bruise. You know the guy who refuses to use Google Maps because I know a shortcut? 30 minutes later, he's lost, circling the same gas station like it's a tourist attraction. That's not navigation. That's stupidity steering the wheel. Then there's tech confidence. We all know that person who swears they're a computer genius, right before they send an email to the entire company instead of just one coworker. That's not skill. That's stupidity with Wi-Fi. And the DIY warriors. Someone watches 2 YouTube tutorials, grabs a hammer, and suddenly thinks they're an architect. Next thing you know, they're standing in the living room holding a doorknob that used to be attached to the front door. That's not improvement. That's stupidity remodeling your house. Here's the twist. Stupidity thrives where confidence lives. The more sure you are, the harder stupidity hits, because nothing is funnier than watching certainty crash into reality. So the next time you feel unstoppable, just remember, the higher your confidence climbs, the more spectacularly stupidity is waiting to knock you down. And trust me, it always does. Here's the final twist. Stupidity doesn't need a complicated setup. Sometimes it's the little everyday things that prove we're all part of the same ridiculous club. Like texting. You send a carefully crafted message, read it twice, then realize you sent it to the wrong person. Now your boss knows you can't wait for Taco Tuesday. That's not multitasking. That's stupidity with unlimited data. Or grocery shopping. You go in for just milk, but walk out with chips, ice cream, 3 frozen pizzas, and no milk. That's not bad memory. That's stupidity disguised as impulse control. And who hasn't done this one? You search the whole house for your phone while holding it in your hand. Or worse, using the flashlight on your phone to look for your phone. That's not forgetfulness. That's stupidity flexing its creativity. Or maybe the most humiliating of all, waving back at someone who wasn't waving at you. In half a second, you go from friendly human to background extra in someone else's life. That's stupidity striking right at your dignity. The point is, stupidity isn't rare. It's universal. It's why professors lose their car keys in the fridge. It's why CEOs forget their passwords 5 times in a row. It's why your friend proudly pushes the door that clearly says, pull. And here's the real kicker. Stupidity doesn't cancel out intelligence. It proves it. The smarter you are, the funnier your stupid moments look, because everyone expects you to have it all together. When you slip up, the contrast makes it 10 times better. So the next time you do something ridiculous, whether it's microwaving a fork, tripping over nothing, or locking your keys in the car while it's still running, don't stress. Just laugh. Because at the end of the day, the one thing smarter than all of us is stupidity itself.